Hey Southwest Region, we are here with Katie Jones, FSM out of Southeast Houston, just under $80,000 in career sales. So by the time you watch this, she'll probably be way past that anyway. But she is actually one of our students that works around school, and I thought she could share with you some advice on how to set up your schedule around school. And even if you're not in school at the time, or summer or whatever, same principle, just apply it to your schedule that's non-school, I guess.
Yeah, the best thing I can tell you is just make sure to make a schedule. The first day of school, when you get your syllabus, it has all your tests, your assignments, your papers, everything that's due for the entire semester. You just need to get a blank planner. Make sure that you put all of your tests, days, times, everything specifically in your planner. That way when you're making your phone time, you're setting up your service calls, your demos, you know exactly when to and when not to plan. And of course with your school schedule, sometimes things change, but you know plenty in advance when a test is going to be moved from one week to another to be able to arrange your phone time and your work schedule with that as well.
Right, and if you do it on a semester basis, how does it help knowing like which weeks maybe you'll have more assignments and which weeks maybe you don't have as much?
If you have some weeks where you have literally every class has an assignment or a test that week, you know maybe to kind of take it easy a little, and then you see the other weeks you have completely empty schedule, you know, just lectures. You can know, hey, I can step up my game, make up for the weeks I had tests, and then work harder those weeks to make up for your sales that you lost when you were busy concentrating on school.
Or even advanced, because like if the week before is the light week, it'd be good to know, be looking farther enough to know that that week's going to be busier, so that this week you can actually put the effort in to make up for the week you can take off later.
Definitely, it can go either way.
Right, so if you're not doing that, then you might not know, and then you might get to the week and be like, oh, I should have done more work last week.
Yes, and then you fall behind and you're stressed out even more.
Right, totally. Now you've moved to 3 different areas, I think it was 3 or 4, and started again with leads and stuff. So, and I know some people, you know, are even just to get started the first time, but what would be your advice on getting more leads or starting from scratch or any of that stuff?
Definitely if you're moving to a city with a new manager, you really want to talk to your manager because we have some programs set up where they can actually help you get started with leads. Or if you know just one person, like literally when I moved to Houston, I knew my parents and, you know, I started with them and they gave me, you know, a few leads, and then those leads gave me leads, and now, you know, I have 2 years worth of customers in Houston that I would have never gotten if I wouldn't have started off with just that one lead. So anything helps.
Yeah, the company programs are great for someone that's already gotten some practice and knows what they're doing, and then can utilize the company programs. If you're brand new, of course, you definitely want to. And I know when you were brand new, I think you said you didn't have leads in the area, but you drove home.
Yes.
Right? Because you still got to get some practice in, I think, before you're just handed leads, because they wouldn't know if you'd even know what to do with them.
Definitely.
But so since you haven't built from scratch, you obviously are pretty good at getting leads. So any quick tips on just getting recommendations?
Just don't be afraid to ask. I mean, all they can do is say no. I mean, which they usually don't, but I mean, that's the worst that can happen. You never know till you ask. I mean, like Sean Henry said earlier, ask for a ridiculous number, ask for 10,000. Then when you ask for 50, 75, it's not that big of a number.
Not as big of a deal. Mm-hmm. So ask big. Do you use the approach in the manual?
Yes, it's kind of tweaked. You know, like I said, I ask for a ridiculous number, and just kind of personalize it more to the customer I'm working with. If it's kind of more of a fun presentation, you know, then of course it's like, oh, you know, Miss Jones, just write down 100,000 names. Not a big deal. You know, everybody does it. But if it's more, you know, of a serious demo, it's more by the book.
Right, a little more professional. Yeah, not that it's unprofessional, but yeah, it's true. It's cool to gauge it with people and have more fun with people that are more fun people and like to laugh and joke around.
Which they usually are more fun.
So as a rep, have you found anything to be most helpful to you in general? So whether it's like working with other reps and learning from them, like maybe field training or conferences or talking to your manager or going to team meetings, or I don't know. What do you think's been most helpful?
I would say yes to everything. The main thing that I've found helpful is definitely going to team meetings. Even if you're higher in sales than everybody else in your office, you can still learn from people who have lower sales than you. Reaching out to people who are CSPs, FSMs, don't be intimidated by those people. You know, they're just like everybody else. They've just been in the business longer. They have way more knowledge. They know what they're doing. They've mastered pretty much every area of the business. And I mean, they're humans. They're here to help. You know, they're willing to do anything that you want them to do. No matter if you've been here a day or 10 years, they'll help anybody with anything you need.
And if you don't know a lot of those people, or if you're in maybe a newer office and they don't have as many FSMs at your disposal, great reason to go to a conference, I guess.
Definitely. Great. Conferences are great for meeting new people. If you're kind of in between conferences when you get here, I mean, ask your manager. CSPs and FSMs are always willing to take calls from anybody, emails, they can schedule a time to talk to you if you need help. So, just get with your manager. Maybe you can get a couple of phone numbers from somebody who's close to your office. Just reach out. Just get them to help.
And we'll end on, what do you think, or what are your favorite things about being a rep, selling Cutco?
How many can I list? Just the schedule. I mean, it's so flexible. You do when you want to do. It's so great with school. Like I said earlier, if you have a huge stressful weeks coming up, you're not worried about having to go to work, right before your test. You can relax and study and prepare and feel confident that, you're going to ace your test and you're just, going to rock it out. And I love the flexibility. I love being able to travel home to Mississippi when I want to, for the weekends, not have to worry about being penalized for taking off work. I mean, I can sell while I'm home, work on vacation. It's just great all around. I can't name a couple things.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much. It's been another QRT. We'll be back with you guys soon with another one.